Are you just starting a new planner mid-year? That's such an exciting journey for you. I'm so happy for you to be diving into your planner world. And I have a few tips to share as a fellow planner myself. I have been planning decoratively, at least, since the end of 2020. So if you want to know some of what I have to say, keep watching. I'm sure you have your reasons for starting mid-year. Some people go to school, some people are teachers and they start their planners mid-year. And maybe you just picked up a new planner that you've been loving, or maybe you just have been dying to get into the planner world and saw that all of the mid-year planners were coming out. So I'm really excited for this journey. I myself am starting this brand new planner in the month of, well, I started in June, but I'm continuing on. I started this half year as well. This is my dashboard planner and it is undated. So I have a few tips to share with you all if you all don't mind. These items will help you kick off your creative goals and endeavors. So without further ado, pens are the first and foremost most important thing besides a planner, of course. You're gonna need pens. So here, this is very worn and also very well loved, but this is the Mojo pen in a size 0.38, and it writes a little bit scratchy sometimes, but I actually don't mind it. I think it's really nice. This one does write significantly smoother. This is the Uniball Signo DX and also a point size 3.8, just like that. And I highly suggest these two pens. However, you can also use the Energel Clenna pens. This one is a brown, which, you know, all of these are black. So I do suggest black pens, but this is in a size 0.5. And I suggest experimenting with different thicknesses of pens. I have a 0.38, 0.4, and 0.5. However, I don't see that much of a difference between like 0.38 and like a 0.4. And this does write a little bit thicker, and I think it's really fun to experiment with your handwriting and lettering. I'm not much of a letterer myself, but I think it's really fun to experiment with it. So I'm going to suggest these three types of pens in a black, of course, or this one is in like a golden kind of color if you want to like experiment with color a little bit, but we're going to get into that in just a little bit. Speaking of color, my next thing that I highly suggest is mild liners. You can use them in so many different ways. Like you can write with them, like you can, I'll show you an example here. I'll show you in my Erin Condren planner, for example. I use right here. This is my memory keeping planner. I use these to kind of like make words stand out. And these are in the pens that I've just showed you. This is like the Mojo 0.38 or the Uniball Signo and a 0.38 as well. I also suggest the white pen. I did not mention that, but the Uniball Signo white pen, which looks like this one. It is the Jelly Roll right here, and this is a 0.10. I think the biggest one is best because you're going to want to like use it for some little correcting little mistakes on your paper if you want to, or like if there's lines that you want to like white out very thinly, you can use that. But back onto these mild liners, these are my favorites. They don't bleed, at least not in my experience. Definitely not on Erin Condren paper because Erin Condren paper is very, very thick, and this is why I also love Erin Condren. But as you can tell, this is how I use this planner. I've shared this video at the beginning of the year. So if you're interested in watching, I'll have them all the links down below. But this one in particular is, I believe it says water resistant, and I'm not sure which, this is a 15 pack, but I'm not sure which color palette this is. So I suggest like the pastel ones or the rainbow colored ones. They're really awesome. So yeah, I highly suggest some mild liners in particular. The other thing I use as well is these flexible point pens. If you're good at lettering, which I'm not, these have a really nice, I'll show you. These have a really nice felt tip. I don't know if you could see that. There we go. It has a really nice felt tip, which is a little too thin for my liking because I like the mild liner's thickness. It just writes a little bit thinner, but it depends how you write on it. Like if you write more from the side versus from the top, if you write straight down, you're going to get a thinner point or letters, and if you write from the sides like this, you're going to get thicker. So I don't know if I don't know if that was helpful for you, but I could show you, I could zoom in. Okay, ready? So this is straight. I'm going to write hello versus hello from this side. You see, it's like significantly a very big difference in my humble opinion. But these are just to add a little pops of extra color. I'm zooming you out to your lettering and planning world. So I think these are a must-have. I definitely rather suggest these ones a little bit more than this one, but these are great for like learning how to do your lettering. The next thing I want to suggest is, I'm gonna like put this away in case this is distracting you. But the next thing I want to suggest is cutting tools, such as an X-Acto knife. I forget how other people around the world call these. Let me know what part of the world you're watching, and let me know what you and your country call these X-Acto knives. But it's got a very sharp, end. Mine is a little rusty. It does need to be changed. I also suggest scissors. And lastly, highly suggest this Fiskars. This was a little bit of a, a little bit expensive, more expensive, but I really suggest it to get like really crafty and really precise cutting of like paper versus like hand cutting things. I really, really highly suggest this. This is like a game changer for me. I love it so, so much. And this also extends out, this ruler. And yeah, there's also like a retractable one for safety reasons. You can have this X-Acto knife. I did not mention that, but because I don't have it. But there's retractable available, which I think is really awesome. And you won't have like this sharp end always sticking out. But these are part of the planner essentials that I believe you should have, some cutting essentials. Next, I believe you should have some basic paper patterns. You can buy them singly like this, or single sheets, or you can buy them by the book. I personally don't have as much paper because I just don't have the storage space for all the sticker books and all the planners, plus all the papers and washi. So I don't have as much paper to show you, but I do think this is really fun. I will go back and show you my Erin Condren planner. This one right here, it is fun to use like paper here. This is like material paper that I've used, but also this is 100% like on paper background. You wouldn't be able to tell because I've absolutely loaded it with stickers and all of that, but it's fun to add little pops of something that you can like get creative with. You can tear them, you can make boxes, you can get super, super, super creative with these. You can get double-sided ones. These ones are not double-sided, but I really think that, especially with having the Fiskars cutting machine thing, you can get for the lack of better words, you can get paper and get super precise with it, or not. You could tear it and add more character that way. I like to have a like little mat. This one is small because I don't have a lot of space to work with, but if you want a larger mat, you can. I use my X-Acto knife if I want to get super exact and precise on like printable stickers, for example. I just use this to cut on, so I highly suggest having this. This is all like gross from like glue and stuff, but this is the We Are Memory Keepers cutting mat. Another super important tool, in my humble opinion, are tweezers. I really love tweezers. Once you get used to using them, I feel like it will change your planner world, especially when you're picking up clear stickers. I think it's very, very helpful. Also, I feel like when I'm creatively planning, for example, I'll show you like this, a spread here. I feel like my hand is in the way when I'm placing stickers, like my actual hand. So this way I have less hand in the way versus this. I don't know. To me, it makes a very big difference. So when I'm placing stickers with tweezers, I have a better visual of where things are going. So I highly suggest tweezers. All right, so next I'm going to talk about washi, basic washi. Do not go overboard. Do not get super crazy dark colors because they're not going to really match, in my opinion. I know a lot of people suggest black and white washi tape. I personally don't use as much black and white in my planners. I like little pops of color, but also not anything with like super crazy designs. So lots of lines, lots of grid. You can even use gingham. Solid colors, guys. Solid is boring, but adds so much fun. You can layer these two together, for example, like this pink and this like maroon color. You can layer them together for a really fun pop of color. And I have a video talking about like beginner mistakes washi edition. So I'll have that link down below if you're interested in watching it and watching it. But I highly suggest you do watch it because I made so many mistakes. I dropped this. I made so many mistakes and I bought all the cute looking washi with all of the designs and I hardly ever use them. What I do use are these like boring, you know, in quotation marks, air quotes, designs. Like they're mostly stripy. I recommend polka dot. I don't have a polka dot example here literally showing you, but I do have polka dot washi. This has like little stars on it, little stardust. I don't even use this one that much because this craft one is like a bit too dark. But yes, let me know if you want a washi tape, another washi tape video talking about maybe my top 5 places where I buy washi tape from. Maybe that could be like a series. I don't know. You let me know. But basic washi tape is a must have. And the last thing I want to go over is a pouch to store all of your washi tapes in, as well as your tweezers, your pens, and whatever writing device you want to use. Oh, this isn't the last thing. I forgot another important thing, but yeah, so get yourself a pouch or something like that to easily store all of your things in. I think that's really important and it's part of a essential. This one is the Happy Planner by Disney. This is one that came in a box that I actually won. It's the Hocus Pocus box that is sold out. And yeah, I got this from a friend. All right, so in terms of stickers, I highly suggest getting just the basic stickers. For example, I have Mojo Jojo Plans is #1 for basic stickers for boxes, for example. Like, she has so many. Try not to go too crazy. But my #1 suggested one isn't even here that I'm showing you. It's actually this one. Pastel Boxes is the #1. And if you're into black boxes, you can do that too. But this one goes with so much. And you're thinking, well, why do I need boxes? Because boxes add a lot of interest and dimension to your spreads. So I'll show you an example of a spread I just recently filmed. Here we go. So this is a lot. This is maybe like a bad example. I actually don't even have any boxes here. Wow, okay, so this is probably a bad example. But if this video comes out first, I'll then eventually link it down below. But yeah, I have a plan with me with this one. I literally just used this black circle and put it here and did like a little cute layering effect. And the point is like like this sticker book could have also been perfect because it's like very bright and like pastels just go with everything. So this is my #1 highly suggested. You see how like the boxes are in this term, like the circle boxes, just add so much more like dimension, especially when you write in your planners. It's gonna really pop. So I highly suggest Mojo Jojo Plans. You can use code JESS10 to get your essentials, your boxes essentials. So much variety of stuff on there, like really highly suggest them. Okay, and then the last thing are stickers from either Happy Planner or like Live with Posh or Wrong Wrong. I'm not an affiliate or anything, but I genuinely love these stickers. Like I love Live with Posh. just stick to things that you really like. Like this is where your own aesthetic kind of just like plays a role, you know what I mean? And Wrong, she hand draws all of her own stickers, so hers are extremely unique stickers. They are all dolls. They add so, not all of them are dolls, but she primarily does a lot of her dolls, and they're so beautiful, and I just love everything about Wrong. And these ladies, Wrong and Jessica over at Live Live Posh and her team, they are top-notch sticker sellers, so really highly suggest them too for stickers. I also rep for digital stickers that you can print at home. I think this might be a little overwhelming for you, so I did not really mention it, but I'm going to mention it here at the end. These I have printed on sticker paper, and I've used my Fiskars cutting paper to cut and trim them down. And then I just use regular scissors to cut each and every one of these out. This might be a little bit advanced, but I'm just like throwing these in there. These are particularly from Let's Plan with Sarah. You can check her out. I think this is more than enough to start with, but if you're interested in digital stickers that you can print instantly and have them at your disposal, you can use code JESS20 and head over to her Etsy. But that is everything, you guys. That's everything from this video. I hope that this was any kind of helpful. I'm really excited for your creative planning endeavors and goals. Let me know if you're starting a planner for the first time this year or currently mid-year. And if you aren't starting a planner this year, let me know what your current planner system is in the comment section down below. Leave me a purple heart emoji if you've made it all the way to the end. And remember to give this video a thumbs up if you really enjoyed it, and hit the big red subscribe button because it is free after all. And I hope to catch you all in the next one. Bon voyage!